Hey guys, it's Style Sidekicks. Today we're going to talk about the upcoming trends of spring and summer 2021. We've included a list of the commonalities we've seen while researching runway lookbooks and our personal trend predictions for not only the runway, but what we've seen from celebrities recently too.
Some commonalities we have seen while researching the most recent spring and summer 2021 fashion shows have been earth tones and neutral colors. We have also seen fabrics that including mesh, knit, and mixed material fabrics, and necklines which were plunging, square, jewel, and gathered. We have also seen collars band Johnny style, which are traditional and ring occasionally.
In terms of hemlines, we saw a lot of floor length and ankle length hemlines for pants and dresses. And then for skirts and shorts, we saw a lot of mid thigh hemlines. For silhouettes, we saw a lot of extreme volume and hourglass silhouettes. And then trims, we saw a lot of ruffle and lace.
For products we saw a lot on the runway, we saw a lot of bralettes, especially under mesh and more transparent tops. We saw a lot of long coats and jackets and many different materials, both heavy and light. We saw maxi dresses and a lot of wide high-waisted pants.
For our trend predictions, after watching many fashion shows, we have agreed that some trends that will gain popularity this year are mesh over bralettes and swimwear and maxi dresses.
Um, Along with that, we think that earth tones are going to be a really big thing throughout every type of fashion. And then with knit material, we think that's going to become very popular as well as large coats.
Um, we also predict that ruffles will become on trend, especially because they're really extravagant after all these months of being at home. And we also think wide leg parallel jeans and pants are going to become popular.
For our first trend is mesh over bralettes and swimwear. We believe that mesh is a fabric that is very practical for spring and summer, and people will begin going outdoors and on vacations in which these type of clothings are very common. For the element of fashion, it basically the fabric and the silhouette they make. The fabric can be used in dresses and tops as well as leggings. For manufacturers, they can include the same designers, which are Dior in three of these pictures. And Emily Ratajkowski also has a company which features mesh called Inamorata. Um, Fashion leaders can include Kendall Jenner in this picture she posted a couple of days ago wearing mesh over swimwear. And I think some retailers could be any retailer that targets segments where there are young people, I think. So like Paxson, maybe Urban Outfitters, those kinds of retailers. And the market segment, yeah, any social class and any income, as well as I think they will be younger markets. For our second trend, maxi dresses, they are a piece of clothing which will be very popular because everyone has been indoors and wearing comfortable clothing, so they are going to be looking for something familiar to this last year. Um, One of the fashion leaders is Kylie Jenner. She's wearing the black maxi dress at the end, and manufacturers could be the designers Jacquemus and Valentino, which have dresses in this collage. The element of fashion is the extreme volume figure, and the retailers I think could be any retailer. Again, I see these dresses in Zara or H&M, and the market segment I think might target older women or more mature because I don't think younger segments wear these kinds of dresses a lot.
And then for the next thing we have is going to be knitwear, and the element of fashion is the material that the clothing is made out of. Some of the designers that have been using this have been there's Gucci on the far left, and then next to that we have Prada, and then next to that again we have Louis Vuitton. Some retailers that I can see selling this would be like places like Urban Outfitters, and like stuff like the big oversized sweater right there. And then fashion leaders would be Emma Chamberlain, because she's very influential on like young teens and stuff like that, which tend to influence a lot of the fashion. And then the market segment that this is going to be like received by the most, I would say, would be like everyone, but mainly people in like colder climates during spring that need like a little bit more warmth in their clothes. And then the next theme is going to be like big or large coats, long coats as well. This element of fashion is kind of like the silhouette, like how big or long it's going to be, kind of also hemline. Some of the designers that are doing this, on the far left, we have Gucci, and then next to that, you can see Louis Vuitton again. And then some of the retailers that I can see selling this would be places like Urban Outfitters again. I've already seen them selling kind of some of the stuff inspired by like the big North Face jackets. So I think that they'd also take on some coats like this. And then fashion leaders, we have Kylie Jenner wearing one of these big coats on the right. And then for market segment, again, I think it's going to be for everyone, but mainly for people in like colder climates during spring that need like an extra layer of warmth.
So the next trend prediction we have are ruffles. The element of fashion of these is a trim, because it's a trim on clothing, obviously. For retailers, we have Versace and the left picture, and then the middle picture, and many more, obviously. Fashion leaders, one of the fashion leaders is Kendall Jenner. She posted a picture in a ruffled top around New Year's, and already it's already influencing so many people. And I think the market segment this is directed towards would probably be definitely more feminine young women who want to be more extravagant with their clothing styles, because people will definitely want to start dressing up after being inside with COVID like all of last year. We also predict that wide leg parallel pants will continue to be popular in 2021. There are some retailers that are already selling it, like Tom Ford on the left. The fashion leaders for this trend is Kim Kardashian in the middle with her brown leather pants, and Elsa Hosk on the way right with the blue pants. I predict that these are going to be popular because they're really versatile and light and kind of can just go with anything. And the market segment this would go to is probably, once again, younger women, but also could be stretched to older, and people in all climates, because the pants can either be of light or heavy materials.
And then just as like an extra thing, we also wanted to comment on the theme of the neutral and earth tones that we've been seeing a lot of. The same is obviously going to be color. I mean, this element of fashion is obviously going to be color, and a lot of the designers and like runway looks that we looked at used these sorts of tones. As you can see, I've put examples from all of our trend boards on the right there, and you can also see like a couple of fashion leaders like Kendall and Kim wearing them. And yeah, this is just gonna be go towards like the market segment of like anyone really. I don't think it discriminates by age or gender or anything like that. I think that everyone is going to be able to participate in this upcoming trend. And then just as like a little summary, the trends that we're predicting are going to take off in spring: mesh over bralettes and swimwear, along with maxi dresses, big coats. Also, we think that earth tones are going to be really popular: ruffles, straight leg pants and jeans, and also knitwear. So yeah, thank you for watching.
Watching.